Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. Today we're talking about routines for remote work success. Are you ready? Well, let's get started. Whether because of coronavirus or for some other reason that you now find yourself working from home rather than going into work, your work is different. And you had routines about going to work, about what you did in the morning, before you arrived and when you arrived, and your routines for how you closed up your day at work and left. And you need to have the same kinds of routines now that you're working from home or working from home part of the time. Chances are you haven't thought about those or haven't built those. Today is all about helping you have those routines when you're working from home. So 2 routines, start of day and end of day, we'll talk about each. Our goal is to make sure that you allow yourself to have a life and not let it bleed into the work and vice versa. So start of day and end of day routines. First, start of day routine. 3 big areas to think about. After you do your personal hygiene, hope you take a shower, brush your teeth, however you do that part, there's 3 other big areas that you need to put into your personal routine. How you do it exactly will all depend on you, but 3 areas to think about. First area is your physical wellness. Are you doing some stretching? Do you need to do some stretching? Go for a walk, go to the gym, do whatever exercising you need to do. What do you need to do for your physical wellness at the start of your day? And maybe that just includes getting some hugs from those in your household. Okay. Second, mental wellness. Think about what do you need to do in the morning that will help frame your attitude for the day. What will frame your day in terms of what learning do you need to do? Maybe you want to listen to a podcast or do some reading, something like that as a part of getting your day going. If that's helpful to you, figure that out and put it into your routine. Maybe you are a person who needs some information. Maybe you need to read the paper, you need to read the online news, maybe you need to watch the news. If that's important to you, do that. And for your mental wellness as well, do you need some interaction with those in your household? Doing that early will help your mental well-being and get your day off to a good start. And lastly, caffeine. Do you need to have a cup of coffee, or in my case, a cup of tea? If it's in the routine, you'll make sure it happens. You don't want to dive into your work like, oh my gosh, I can't get started, I haven't had my coffee. Start of day routines. What about the end of your day? End of day routines. Some things to think about. Number 1, know when to stop. Have a start time to your day and work to be disciplined to end the day when you said you were going to end it. After all, you left the office, right? But now there's no office to leave, and so it's hard sometimes to actually leave. So before you finish your day, consider this. Consider checking or updating your task list. Some people like to do that first thing in the morning, and if that works for you, great. But many people like to say, how did I do? Where am I at? Where do I need to go? Setting your next day. If that works for you, put it in your end of day routine. Next, turn off your notifications. If you've got them on your phone or whatever, and you don't want to be interrupted in your evening, shut them off now. You can turn it back on in the morning. Next, close your laptop. It's awfully easy to be sucked back into it if it's sitting there open. But if it's closed, you at least have to be mindful to say, I'm going to open it. And maybe you'll not open it if you've got it closed. And lastly, focus on life. We do our work. It's important. We want to be successful. We want to be focused on our work. It's not, we work for our life, not the other way around. So make sure you're focusing on your life. Make sure your end of day routines get you able and ready to be refocused on your life. Routines. We all have them. We need to have them and make them more intentional when we're working from home. Hopefully today's this video has helped you think about that a bit more and given you some steps that you can take next. Let me close with today's tweet. The right routines will serve you well when working remotely. I don't know if you knew this, but I was the co-founder of the Remote Leadership Institute. You can go to remoteleadershipinstitute.com and get all sorts of tools, resources, and ongoing ideas to help you as a leader of a remote team, as a member of a remote team, and that's probably both true for you. And if that's true, remoteleadershipinstitute.com is the place for you to go. Hope you'll do that. And I hope you'll come back next week for another episode of Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. We'll see you then.